Well, we are all about spring and color and plants and flowers, and we're here with Judy Henry at the Potting Shed. And Judy, you have something that's so perfect for anybody, right?
Something very easy to put together. You'll have your spring blooming bulbs, you'll have little pansies in there, and when they're all done, you have your house plants to fill it out, and you can keep it in your house for the rest of the season if you'd like. So we're going to start with a container. This particular one is watertight, so it's not going to leak water on your table. Very important. A lot of metal containers aren't, so you want to check it before you buy it if you want to put plants into it so you don't damage your table at all.
Right.
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some pebbles in the bottom just to add a little bit more drainage. So they're just tiny pebbles, and then we're going to add a little charcoal. And what the charcoal does is keep the soil sweet so that if any extra water gets down in there, it doesn't grow fungus, it doesn't grow anything like that.
Okay, because you don't want to get root rot, right?
Right. The next thing we're going to do is I have a soil mix in here, which is basic houseplant soil, and I blended in a little bit of cactus soil. And that way it keeps it kind of light with good drainage, so nothing's going to rot in there. And all I'm doing is moistening it a little bit. And that way when you put your plants in there, your soil will already be moist and it won't all float to the top. The water will actually just go down through it. So what we're going to do next is we're just going to add a little bit of soil in the bottom here. And then we're going to start with our house plants. So first we're going to add in a fern. This is a silver table fern. That's very easy to take care of. Isn't he pretty? And he'll grow taller for you. So we're going to set him down in there. I just loosen the roots up just so that the roots will start to grow out and not to growing around in a circle. This is a philodendron, which is wonderful, and these guys are really rooted. Just squeeze the pot around if you have a hard time getting them out. Pull them out.
And this will trail, right?
This will trail off the end, yes. So you see how good those roots are?
Oh, they're beautiful.
So we just want to loosen them a bit so that they'll spread around. And we're going to set him down in, and we're going to put a little bit of soil around him to help hold him in place as we build this. Now this is a silver nerve, which is actually, it's a pink nerve because it's pink, not silver.
Beautiful.
And when you buy a pot, this is a 4-inch pot, there's actually 3 different cuttings in here. So what we're going to do is very gently pull him apart. And we're going to put him in 3 different spots in here just to pull that pink color through.
Great.
So we're going to put one over here by the fern, kind of just slide him in there, put some soil around him.
Now, would all these different plants have similar watering patterns?
Yes. One thing you want to do when you're picking out plants to put in, you want similar watering and similar lighting so that one's not dying because he's not getting enough water or one's dying because he's getting too much water. We're next going to add in some bulbs. So we have a whole selection of bulbs here. We have some tulips, we have some hyacinths, and we have some daffodils, all of which are your spring essentials.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed at how quickly these will come into bloom. This was 3 in a pot. All I did was take them apart. You see their incredible root system.
Beautiful. Now these are daffodils?
These are daffodils. Right. Okay. So we're just going to move that around, and we're going to slide that down to make sure those roots go down in. Just use your little fingers. Move everybody around so they stay. Then we're going to do the same thing with a hyacinth. We'll just grab him. You can't beat the fragrance of a hyacinth.
My favorite.
I mean, it's just the quintessential spring flower. And then we're going to do the same with a tulip. So there's lots of little tulip bulbs in here. So we'll pull them apart gently so that you actually get some of the roots with it. And then we have a little surprise, something really nice that you can put in. That again, once it roots a little longer, you can plant it outside. And that is our curly willow.
Oh.
We like to force curly willow so that we have a little bit of springtime color. So these guys have been in water probably for 2 or 3 weeks. And you can see how curly they are.
Oh my God. Those are so beautiful.
And we have,
look at, they did root.
We got some beautiful roots on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick them down in here. And then what you can do with these, probably when you're pulling out your tulips, if you want to plant them outside, you can plant them outside. And then you'll have curly willow tree growing in your backyard. And we're just sticking those roots down as far as we can get them in so that all those roots are under soil. We're going to do that. And then we have one more surprise. We have some pansies. Which again, pansies are just the basic, I mean, that's a happy flower to have.
It is. It is. Like, how could you
not
smile?
At you. How could you not smile? Because it smiles back at you.
It really does.
And we're going to slide him down in there. And if you saw, I pulled his roots apart, he'll be fine. And it's a 2-sided thing, so we can put another pansy over here. Because if you want it for your centerpiece, you want to make sure that you have it nice on both sides. And then we're just going to top it off with a little more soil. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to water it in a bit. And then we get to add a little bit more pizzazz to it. Be careful not to overwater it so you're not drowning them. But you always want to water them in so that if there's any air bubbles down in there, it kind of settles the soil in down around the roots. Now what we're going to do is we have some great different mosses here we're gonna add in. We're gonna do some mosses, some stones, just to add a little bit of fun to it. So this is reindeer moss, which is really fun and squishy. If ever you're having a stressful day, pull out your reindeer moss and just play with it.
I like it.
So we're gonna put that a little round, and I love this color because it's so bright. So we're gonna add some stones now on, because it covers the soil, so then it just gives it a nice look. And we have a couple different sizes here, and you're just gonna pile them on. And it's nice if you do a couple different sizes. Now, if you wanna make it a little bit more springtime, we have a little guy here that's just a nest. We put some wire on the bottom. All I'm gonna do is fold that wire up, and we're just gonna find a little spot here under the nest, and then you can push that down in.
Oh,
you could put a little bird if you want, but sometimes just the nest kind of speaks volumes.
It does.
So then you just have this beautiful spring arrangement that's gonna live on and on for you, and then you can take the bulbs, put them outside, take your curly willow, put it outside, and then you have all of your house plants that are still gonna stay for you.
So many ways you can be creative with this project.
When you're working with plants, the sky's the limit. So you can do a great, say if you have a wooden trough, you can fill it with succulents, and then again, add your stones in, maybe some driftwood in with it. If you can figure out how to add in some terracotta pots to stand with it, some aged ones. Then if you want to do a really springy one, again, we have one where you can do a pedestal, put some fresh Spanish moss around it. Again, add in those pansies, and it's just fun. If you don't want to do it for the springtime, you want to do it for every day, again, use enough plants with foliage that you can add in the color and variety in there that it keeps your eye moving through just like you're walking through the woods. We also have some terrariums. There's a couple different samples around. Again, you can add wood in, you can add stone in, you can put it with one plant, you can put it with multiple plants. It's just a really fun project to do. Just another thing that you can do with plants to add a little bit more than just a potted plant on your shelf. We're located on Ann Street in Stroudsburg. We're directly behind American Ribbon. The address is 931 Ann, just in case you want to put it into your GPS. And we have so many things here that would be great for you to come down and just look around and see. Plants galore. We'll be getting in our herbs and our outdoor plants soon, so that's always very exciting. So here at the Potting Shed, we not only have plants, we have lots of other stuff for you to come and see. We have home decor. We have a great children's section. We can do arrangements, wreaths, anything like that. We have other plant accessories that you might need, pots, soil, all the fun stuff. So we're kind of an all-stop gift shop and plant store. Definitely worth the trip to come down and see us.
For sure. Thanks again, Judy. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jackie. Have a great day.
You too.